Hey guys, this is a demo review of the Cobblestone games we played. I'm going to go over 3 rounds. This is the first of them. And this one does a nice job of highlighting 2 problems that we've got. That I keep going over these reviews. I see maybe the same 3 mistakes in 80% of the rounds. So here, the first one, I'm sorry to say, is mine. And it's rather egregious. So, beginning of the round, I call, okay, let's take plat control. It's a very default, it's a very normal way to start Cobblestone, especially since I made the videos about it that day. So that's the game plan for the game. So we're taking plat control, and we get smoked off. Savage and I are working up plat. We get smoked. I notice a hole in the smoke, and I think I'm being cool. I think I can get a free kill. Now, nothing wrong with trying to get a free kill. The problem is that I don't tell anyone. I just do it. And what I should have said is, look, Savage, come with me. I've got, there's a hole in the smoke. Let's try and steal some entries into the site. It's a pretty good risk, actually. So I miss my flash. And so they spam the smoke, spam it a little more. I hear them reload, and I come around the corner and take the shot. Now I get the shot, because I know where he is, but his friend trades on me, and Savage and Saint are nowhere near. Is that Saint? Or is it Church? I think it's Church. Savage and Church are still at the back of B long, so they can't help me. So that's the first mistake. Obviously, I die. So we're going to fast forward a little bit. I'm going to turn on the overhead. So we're going to watch this play out. So, okay, you guys spam the smoke a little bit. And it's at this point that you decide, okay, let's take B. So at this point, Guts needs to do one of 2 things. Yes, he's not our player, but Brunbon should know this too, or whoever ends up playing there. 2 options at this point. We're saying, okay, we're taking B. Your first option, get up here as fast as possible. And the idea of that is you either hold up this guy, or you kill him and kill this guy and this guy and this guy. You kill them all. But the idea is that you want to keep this guy here as long as possible. Second option, safer option, you should probably do this about 60% of the time, is come back through here and lurk drop late. So then you can go here, you can maybe hold connector, you've got options. But I'm going to hit play, and you'll see what he does. As Savage and Saint, we miss 2 smokes on B. That doesn't help. So they've got lots of clear lines of sight. There's a guy on tree who can see over the smoke anyway. See, we miss the broken wall smoke. We do hit and we miss the 2 statue smokes. The only smoke we hit is the sidewalk one. So we come out. Church dies. We don't know where. Saint dies, we don't know where, or not Saint, Church dies, and Saint is left on a 1-on-4 with Guts lurking. And see, Guts took way too long to come up here, and he decided way too late. If he wanted to go that long away, he needed to sprint, knife out, hit some bunny hops in order to actually be relevant in this round. And as you can probably guess, Saint gets killed, then Guts gets killed. Okay, so this is the second round I want to show you guys. It's actually in the second game. It's an anti-eco round, where we lost the pistol, and then we won the eco round, the force buy that comes after the pistol, because of a great lurk. We had Slick flank all the way through A long, like just like Guts might have chosen to do in that round I showed you. And now we find ourselves in an anti-eco round, and I will show you a couple of mistakes. Now, the biggest one is, okay, I'm going to pause it here, and we're going to look at the map. So you'll see we all bunch up. We all go B. That's a very eco type, that's a very low money type strategy. Nobody A. And what do? They push A, which is a very common play on an eco round for a CT. And since we've got no terrorist in this area, they just waltz through. They waltz through and they hard flank. Come on. There we go. So they hard flank. So as we're trying to work our mojo over at A, and we do, like we get some nice trades. Close guy gets traded. We trade the rock guy. We trade the statue guy. I have a shotgun because we saved it from the last round. That did me no favors. I die to the flanker, and Savage loses the 1-on-3. Kills 2 guys, gets killed by the last guy. And that's just why you cannot, well, 2 things. Don't have a shotgun if you're not going drop. Or I guess long A would also work. But most importantly, if you know the other team has pistols, and especially if they don't have armor, make sure you have 1 or 2 guys a day. That is the time to spread out. It's when you know they don't have ranged weapons. Even if they don't have an op, spreading out might work. We lost a round. So next round, after we lost the anti-eco, we're going to try a B-take. So I'm going to go through this really fast. We're going to watch from Savage's point of view. And let's see, we get out B. I'm gung-ho, as I did in this game. I'll tone it down. I need to tone it down because I'm not getting the entries. I pushed up. I get mollied off, and so I'll take stairs control. I get flashed, and there's a guy playing close with a shotgun, and we can't get the trade. That's not so important. What is important is that Slick he heard us pushing out, and he went down drop to support us. And as we all fall back, when Church gets picked, and Slick gets totally left, and he gets fucked. Okay, so here, this is like, we're not doing great, but it could be worse. It's not as bad as the last round. It's not as bad as the round from the other game. Here's the problem. So at this point, we have almost no map control. I'll show you the map control we have. We have this. Yeah, this is all we have. We have this. Because for all we know, terrorists could have followed you. They even could have counter boosted, and we have no information about any of this. We can presume, since there was so much going on here, that there's probably 1, 2 max at A. So I'll show you what happens. And in game, I'll show you what happens. So we're here, Savage peeks it. Don't worry, AK accuracy at that range isn't great. Might not have been your fault. You missed the shot. But here's the important thing. At this point in game, I said push A. I said push mid, take it. And I said that for 2 reasons. 1, you're down in numbers. 2v4, you need some thrilling heroics at this point. And Saint and Savage, probably, like, if I could pick 2 guys from our team to do it, it'd be you guys. It certainly wouldn't be me. So I'm like, at this point, I'm saying, okay, you can win this. in a 2v4 scenario, your job is to take duels. You want to take as many 2-on-1 duels as you can, one of which you just had. You just had, and he escaped, which is bad, but it's not as bad as what you did here. You fell back. And what that does is it lets them rotate to A. Hell, they could even be flanking B. And you just stay mid. You expect them to push you, and they get the one-on-one duel. That's what they're looking for. They're looking to separate you guys and close you into a box, which they did perfectly because you let it happen. So when I say push mid, it's a succinct way of saying you're outnumbered, you have no map control, and that is a one-on-one duel that you can win. If you had pushed mid, yes, there might have been 2 on site, but a 2-on-2 is better than the 2-on-4 that you will find yourself in now. Because you try and go back B, fair play. 1-on-4, you can do some gimmicky stuff, but they've got plenty of time to rotate, and you win, and you get cornered. Like yes, if you're Nico, you can hit 4 headshots, but you're much better off hitting the 1 headshot on the guy at A site, and maybe kill the connector guy and getting a bomb plant, turning it into a 2-on-2, than taking 2 1-on-4s, which is what happened. And it's like we lost that round deservedly.